Okay, guys, I want to talk about BHAT real quick. We had a kind of a big move, or decent sized move after hours that kind of went down 15%. But if you're looking at the chart here, I'm going to show you guys on the 15-minute chart. We had this nice 15% move down. Price just literally, just immediately recovered, coming up in here, 21% gain, just literally up from the lows there. Pretty insane the kind of volume and the pressure. This 15-minute candle was a million volume and just kind of recovered. It kind of makes me wonder though, is this going to go down again though? This thing went really down fast. If you weren't watching, you missed it. Unfortunately, a lot of people on the weekend are enjoying their weekend, and they're probably not looking at this and like, "Holy crap, BHAT went down." So, I mean, my analysis sticks to the same here, but I will say though, the minute you don't have enough room to the EMA5, a lot of the people in my Discord were saying, "Yeah, just take the minor gains, right?" Somebody was up 3%. So yeah, I'm just going to take it out, right? Because the minute you don't have as much gains, like from here to the closing, you're looking to get like 6% more out of it. It went very close to this highs. But yeah, I'm not saying this is a bad play. I think this is going to touch the EMA5 very soon. But as you can see, you're in this zone. It's going to consolidate in this zone, and price could easily come back down to this 0.556, which is literally what it did, and then lower after hours. So I do want to keep this. I know a lot of people are pumping this, a lot of influencers and all that. You can see right here, this bottom of this candle here is your resistance. Why is price acting as resistance at this bottom? You hit this and we break support. When you ever break support, you have to break back above it. And this is why this candle at the top here is resistance. Okay, so you have resistance here. It tries to come up and it goes back down. So you're going to be in this zone, and this is not a bad area to keep taking these gains to near the EMA5, okay? When price gets too close to this EMA5, it could easily drop back down to this lower area, and then it could easily jump back up. But as you can see, this EMA5 is going down as time goes down, okay? Now, could this get some, with all the people that are buying, it could get some massive pump? Absolutely. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm playing the conservative way. If you're taking these 10%, 10%, 10%, like right here, you get a nice 10%. Here, you get really close to it. You're way better than a lot of people. And then what you understand is you can understand the zones that we're playing. Right in here is the zone you want to get in at the very low. You don't want to be buying near this top when it gets up in here, right? So once you see like a consolidation pattern, that's what we want to see. Now that we see a consolidation pattern, we can accurately give, okay, we have EMA5 has not been touched in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a long weekend coming in. So it doesn't make me surprised that, there's going to be sellers on Friday. It doesn't make sense for people wanting to pump. They want to, have a stress-free weekend because it's a 3-day weekend, Martin Luther King. So they're going to probably sell this off just so, they can have that stress-free on them and then come back on Monday. I don't think this is terribly bad, but it needs to be in the 5 cent region. If you're buying in the 6 cent region, I think your risk versus reward is not good. But let me tell you why. I mean, 6 cents to this conservative EMA5 that's going to probably reject. You're looking at 6% gain here. It's just not a lot of profit margin, and you can see this EMA5 goes down every day, and that's the downside about playing downtrending stocks. The minute you see this EMA20 at the very top with this 50, you got to understand this is a trash stock. It's not every pump is going to get shorted. The minute you realize that, you're not going to have greed and be like, I can get, this thing can pump over 100%. Sure it can, but you'll probably lose lots of times if you try to play like that. This is a downtrend stock. There is not any room for that margin. I mean, to the 10, you can get a 25%, and then the 20, you're looking at 54%. That's kind of like the max area you're looking at. Anywhere a price gets there, I think it goes to the 5 in my very short amount of time because it hasn't touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anything that I don't touch in 7 days is really long. But then I think it goes down. So I think it jumps to the 5 and then goes down lower while this EMA 10 goes lower, and then it eventually goes to the 10, and then you see the pattern here like that. So I mean, this is a Chinese company. They're going to dilute. They're going to have offerings. They had 3 in a row. I mean, this is why I don't like to play Chinese companies. They're really risky. It doesn't matter how many people are going to be like, pumping this thing. I don't think it's bad though if you're buying it under 6 cents. If you're buying in the 5 cent region under this support and you know your levels and you know price is going to go to the 5, well, then you could say, hey, down to this 5 to this 10, or down to the lower to the 5 is 22%. You look at this massive gain you would have made if watching this down in here, you would have made over 10% already. That's a 20% move in 15 minutes. And that's why it's good to know your zones, good to know where the EMA 5 is. If you're looking at like 5 to 6% gain to EMA 5, get out of your position, reset it. It's not worth it, okay? It's just not worth it at all. I know there's lots of people pumping this thing with 500,000 followers on Twitter like Zach Morris, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. I'm trying to analyze this. Nothing is looking, a lot of people bought way up and over almost 10 cents. But this is a very nice bullish pattern happening though. Like I said, you're in this nice range. So if you take advantage of this, there's lots of good money to be made inside the range. And so that's where I see what's happening. Now, if we do break through this range, I wouldn't sweat too much. If, let's say, we break through it and go down, do keep in mind we haven't touched the ZMA 5. So if it does, it could be easily a false breakout and then come back to the 5. So you got to understand your short-term EMA is what's going to get hit. I like to use them for downtrend targets because when you're in a downtrend, you're going to get resistance on these. And that's why every pump is shorted because this could last for a while. And then you got to understand this has to do a reverse split. This is under 10 cents. It's very, very extremely low. So this is one of those plays you need to get out ASAP the minute it touches that EMA 5. And I think it's going to touch that. And then we can get that reverse split out of the way. So definitely not something you want to hold long. So if anybody's telling you to hold this long, that's kind of nuts in my opinion. But if you guys want to join the premium Discord, click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, please read how to subscribe. Also read the avoid scammers tab. I will never message, DM you, or trade your accounts. If you want to become a member, for the highest tier, just hit day trade alerts right here, and you'll get access to swing trades and day trades for $12 a month, and you'll unlock all these channels here that have the asterisk here. So what you're going to get is kind of like what I'm seeing on the day trade alerts. You're going to get images, screenshots, and exactly what I'm doing. We're on a 5-win day on the day trading strategy. I think you guys are going to love it. And then the swing trade alerts look like this. And then we also do live streams, and then the education channels for each thing that I will upload on the strategies. But this is one of my strategies of trading against the trend. I like to look for stocks that if you're above, if the EMAs are above, you look for price to retest those areas. I like to use this Keltner channel here, but it's not going to get to that area. So do keep in mind this Keltner channel definitely needs to correct up. So the best way to say is, since we recently touched the 10 and 20, just aim for the 5. Don't aim for massive gains like some people are saying. I think that's kind of ridiculous. The price targets people are putting on this thing. It's going to, at the very most I see is the EMA 20, and that's at 0.995 maybe. But that's going down each day. So do keep in mind that's not going to, like, this was 10 cents here, this was 10.74, 11 cents as each day goes by. And this is a bullish pattern of consolidation and all that. We had a nice little gain here. If you guys took this was beautiful areas that you can be getting here. Every time it gets in that bottom zone that I tell you about, look at the nice percent, 27%. We had it after hours. You had that nice, beautiful over 20%. And that's the kind of the areas that I like to look for. If you're not getting at the 5-cent region, anything in the 6-cent region to me is just not attractive. But this is the same pattern what we see here. We had this flush here and then big move up to 7 cents. Do we get this flush here? Big move up to 7 cents. That would, I see it, I really do think that on Tuesday when the market opens, I think we'll hit this 5 and then we flush down. So let's see what my prediction says. I'll only buy in the 5-cent region in my opinion. Draw your bottom line here on the daily chart and see it's at 556. Everything has to be at that level as close as possible, okay? It's okay if it goes under it a little, like 510, then you just buy those dips up, okay? All right, guys, this is not my favorite stock for trend reversal. I'll be just straight up honest with you guys. I know a lot of people ask about it, so here it is. Analysis that works, analysis that is conservative, not greedy. Hope to see you guys in the Discord. If you subscribe, do it on your computer to avoid the iOS fee. And I hope to see you guys there. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be sending out more videos over the weekend. Peace out.